Hello, Aubrey here, and tonight we're heading back to Undermere in the second installment of Bad Vikings Strange Games. So tonight we're looking at Strange Antiquities. We did finish Strange Horticulture pretty recently. That game was a lot of fun, so I'm really excited to get right into Strange Antiquities. We did do the demo before, so some of this might be a little bit of refresh, but let's get into it. And hello, Felicia, how are you doing? I think I have... oh, so it will let us continue on from our save. I think we're just going to go with a new game, though. That was our demo, it looks like. As a thaumaturge's apprentice, there's a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild. I'm doing pretty good. It's been kind of a long day, but I'm so ready to sleuth all this out with you guys. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop, Strange Antiquities in my hands. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. Alright, so we got Strange Antiquities. Now, something I noticed in the demo is it did say it's door 2, but I think that's Strange Horticulture, so I'm a little bit confused on that with the scroll. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed even then to signal the start of a rising dread. That might be a little bit loud. Those ravens are very loud. Whoa. Spooky. Okay. Day 1, Thursday. And of course, we've got Toupette the kitty. So cute. I love how the eyes... What is that called when the eyes are two different colors? I don't remember. Give me 1 second. Select stream. There we go. Okay. Alright. So, we have, just like before, our little shop. We've got a day counter. We've got some locked up goodies over here. I kind of want to organize a little bit. Let's bring some stuff over. Bring this down, this up. You want to plant? Let's bring all the necklaces here. These are kind of swooshies. This is kind of a statue type thing. Alright, we got more dangles over here. We got some animals. Another dangly. Let's bring this over here. Ooh, hands. Don't want you down there. Another plant. More danglies. You kind of look like over here. And a tree for you. Okay. And this is just a... Oh yeah, the slide. The slide to hide. We've got our scale. Okay, and then you can go maybe here. Okay, now we've pretty much got everything that we can see in sight. Can I snuff out the candles? What did I do? Interesting. Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to be pushing buttons for a second. I don't remember everything that we found before. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was the turn dial. Oh. And then we've got drawers. You can use shift to bring up a magnifying glass. Nice. So shift. Oh, cool. Very, very helpful. What's this? On thematic fields. All thematic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a thaumic lens. A diurnic field pattern. These fields are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. Sweet. Who's in here? A little... Oh, do you go there? Oh, wait, there's a couple missing. How do I know where it goes? Okay, we'll keep that for now. Reminder, I've stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door, EW. Okay. Oh, explore. What's this? Oh! More hangy things. More dangles. Let's put you up here. I love how everything like moves for you. What do we think this is? No. Alright, I'm just gonna close this down. Symbols everywhere. Got a map of Undermere. So yeah, Strange Horticulture. Number 2. Should we go there? I kind of want to go there. It's fitting, right? We've been there before. Strange Horticulture. This curious plant shop on the edge of town is a quiet haven away from the bustle of the center. Ordinarily, I'd be delighted to while away some time there. But I have important work to do. And yet, an hour later, I find myself leaving the shop with a potted palliance and a weight off my shoulders. I've been chatting with the proprietor about the similarities and differences between our two disciplines with a gently purring hellebore curled up in my lap. Oh, I miss hellebore. Alright. And see, on this one it says 22, so I wonder if they did these before they did the map. Spider! Spider! Hi there. So sorry if anybody has a fear of spiders. Okay, can we go again? They said the wine merchant next door. Okay, so we are Strange Antiquities 29. So right here, I guess this would be next door. The proprietor, a Miss Cranmore, begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain that I'm from Strange Antiquities next door. Yes, well, take the lot of them out of here, would ya? I can't say no to Eli after all he's done for me, but I don't like the thought of that, those unnaturals in my cellar. Ooh, I wonder what's there. So we got 3 things. Nice. Okay, so we got another dangle, and we got another moony crescent thingy. And what are you? A potion. Let's put you up here by the plant. Okay. And what's this? Archive. Okay. I have a growing fear deep within me. I cannot let it take hold. Okay. Ring the bell. Eli, I've been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I'm leaving the shop in your care with some reluctance, I might add. Make use of my reference materials. Here, take this. Okay. There's an index in the back that may be useful to you. Sweet. If in doubt, study it carefully and remember that there are some powerful artifacts here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. I mean, that means we have to, right? In fact, safest not to touch anything at all. I should be back in a few days. Okay. Sorry, we already touched a lot of things. What's this? Okay, so it just tells us the Thaumaturge visits on day 1. Okay. Ooh. And of course, Devourer of Souls, our cat Jupiter. So cute. Jupiter is the Thaumaturge's cat, or more accurately, Eli is Jupiter's Thaumaturge. Jupiter found Strange Antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosities within, and made it his home. Eli was more than happy to accommodate him, but he learned early on that Jupiter was his own master. His business is his own, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond. What he does on his excursions is a mystery, but it seems to be well known to the town's residents. Okay. So let's go ahead and give Jupiter a little pat. Thomas Pope. Congratulations. Today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. And that's me. I'm a man of 2 loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish. but I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. I like you. If you would be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. Okay, so use the mouse wheel on, or not mouse wheel, mouse clicker on items to inspect. So let's look at the book. Hunter's boon. A hunter's boon is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They are made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They are simple items without embellishment. Okay. Okay, something taken from a beast, like a tooth. What's this? Hard and somewhat rough. It has some evil quality to it. I do not like to hold it. Sounded like a serpent's whisper. Bone, yellowed white. Okay, so bone is a potential. Wouldn't have had like a hand from somebody, would we? Withered flesh. Oh, goodness. Ugh. Leathery and bony, quite unpleasant to touch. I was expecting it to smell worse than it does. Oh, gross. I have nothing to remark. Okay. What about this hand? Iron. Okay, so it's got blood on it. Okay, and this was the other thing we were thinking. Yellowy brown. Smooth, but with hard ridges. Nothing to remark. It gives me a sensation of power. Ooh, that sounds right. Okay, let's try that. Nice. Identified. This is a tiger's tooth, a trophy from a predator. Hey, haggard wren, how are you doing? On closer inspection, it gives a sensation of power. Yes. So we get Selenic Totem as our book contents. Okay, and we got our first achievement, business as usual. You've been playing Tiny Bookshop. Nice. How's that been going for you? Do you have a favorite character yet? You can add labels to items while inspecting them using the sign. Yeah, okay. So I have auto labeling on because I don't like having to type while I'm trying to stream. Alright, Jack. The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, or so my father always used to say. Seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. A creeping dark has set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. Okay, we need a shadow hold. Fern's adorable? Yes, yes. Some of the recommendations are way harder than I thought. Yeah, so there seems to be kind of a mix between, like sometimes it's just not very clear, and then sometimes it seems like it's not correct. Like they're thinking of something. I need a shadow hold. I totally forgot what I was looking for. Like there's something in there that you just can't seem to find. Okay, shadow hold or osadic vessel is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar or a bottle or some sort of box. It can be used to contain an osadic spirit, the manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. They are decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher. Oh, I think we just picked that up, didn't we? Hey, Takipa. How's it going? Oh wait, no, that's this one, right? Clay. Somewhat hard. Markings carved in. Pungent. Nothing to remark. Okay. I think that's the only like vessel that we have with that symbol on it, right? A design. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Nice. You're a bit annoyed. Why? What's going on? Alright, so we got it right. Identification. Is this a cooking style but with spells potion game? No. Haggard Rent, have you ever seen or played Strange Horticulture? So you're like running this shop and you're identifying plants and you're like helping solve a mystery that's going on in town. This is from Bad Viking, the same developers, and it's called Strange Antiquities. So you're basically cataloging the artifacts and giving them to people who come in to request something specific. And then there's probably going to be something going on in town, something that we have to figure out. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tagiba. Well, this is a judgment-free zone, so be yourself. What is that from? What movie is that where he's like, oh, is it Aladdin? Yes. You gotta follow the teachings of Aladdin. Yeah, I don't know if it's so much a mystery, but it's like definitely your decisions on some things have an impact on like how the story plays out. At least it did for Strange Horticulture. So, all right, so we got Sun Bond, small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly, made of a non-precious metal. They carry the warmth and light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. Very nice. Okay. Auto labeling option. Yep. We got that. We got that, because I forget how to spell things, and we don't want to deal with all that. David! So this is the mailman from Strange Horticulture. What's with all these ravens flying about Undermere today? I can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. What do we got? We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones, call Mr. Jones, almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the shin. Charlie Weathers. Okay. The boatyard. So should we go to the boatyard? Put this in here. Oh, this is done, right? Yes. So, how do we archive? Archive? Yeah. Okay. We're figuring it out. We're doing it. Boatyard. Let's see. The boatyard, number 8. 7, 8. The boatyard. The yard has seen better days. A mess of broken and rotten timbers covers most of the outdoor space that isn't taken up by upturned boats, slowly being claimed by the weeds. In the middle of all this, a man looks up from repairing a small rowing boat. You must be from Strange Antiquities, he says with a smile. He takes me into the dilapidated office where 2 metal buckets collect drips of brown water and a thin window pane rattles with every footstep. He pulls a sheaf of brown papers out of a desk drawer and places them gently in my hands. We got sleep vessel and something else. The shin, I think. Apparently as an afterthought, and somewhat reluctantly, the man gives me something else as I'm leaving. I've no use for it, he says. Don't even know what it's for. What do we get? Ooh, a new item. Woohoo. I like items. You... kind of really don't look like any of these. Guess maybe these. Yeah. Alright. I think eventually I'm going to do the thing where I move everything I've already labeled off to the side so where it's like kind of a cleaner look for us, but so you know what, I'm going to put it over here. I want an Ossic ring. Ossic. That's a pleasing word to hold on the tongue. Okay. Ossic ring. Ossic ring. There's these somewhat macabre objects, or is it macabre? Were originally made as offerings to the goddess Korchin, but the practice fell out of favor as belief waned. They are hard to come across now, but they are occasionally sought out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say that they can hear Korchin's unearthly hiss when they hold an Ossic ring up to their ear. Ooh, we had something hissing. What was hissing? Something that we checked earlier was hissing at us. It wasn't the hand. We checked the hand, we checked the bones. Was it this one? soft like serpent whisper. Ooh. I do not like to hold it. Somewhat hard and rough with coarse fibers. Is bone with brown twine. Does it mention what it's made out of? So it is a ring. Originally made as offerings to the goddess. So it doesn't really say what they are, but it's hissing at me. So we're gonna use it. Yeah. Made of bone. This item satisfies the description macabre. Okay. Closer inspection confirms that the hissing noise can indeed be heard. Nice. So we got the evocant. These stone items weigh the same as a man's heart, according to popular myth. And the truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nevertheless important and should not stray more than a hair from precisely 1 pound. They are placed on the chest of those in a coma to draw them out. Ooh. Do we have something that weighs a pound? Because we've got the scale. We can like weigh things. Are you a pound? Close, very close to a pound. Are you a pound? Nope, you're heavy. Oh my goodness. I feel like you would not want to wear something that hisses. Probably not, yeah. Oh, go on the scale. Okay, so that's lighter than a pound. Oh. That's about a pound. Alright, this isn't probably the time to weigh things, but the option is there. Kitty. Jupiter. Nope. Edmund Bishop. The behavior of these ravens is disturbing to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything they can get their talons into. And they'll kill if necessary. I didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening out there and I'd like to know what. A voice of Cernunnos might help put me at ease, or it might do the opposite. Okay, voice of Cernunnos. And I'm so sorry if I'm butchering any of these pronunciations. Some of these words you don't really see. The name Voice of Cernunnos is used to refer to any bronze torque that has certain imbued properties. With skill, such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Cernunnos is a pagan god of the forest and nature, typically depicted as a man with the antlers of a stag and often wearing or holding a torque. Okay, Cernunnos wearing his torque. So, torque is a necklace. So we're going to look for a bronze necklace. And I think it's more like an ornament, like that's worn around the neck. I don't think that necklaces themselves would do it, because it's usually like a single band. I wonder if this is torque. Bronze. Oh, we got a bronze. Oops. Wrong button. Uneven texture. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay. I'm going to go with that one. Boom. Okay. And this item is made of bronze. Similar looking item appears on the wreck of Cernunnos in the sketch. Yes. Spirit Eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps? A layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Interesting. Okay. Oh, close for the end of the day. Good kitty. So I am pretty sure that we don't have anywhere else we can go right now. I mean, I guess we could just like travel somewhere. Oh, you're done? I'm very curious what this is though. The eye. Ooh, that sounds creepy. Macquarie. Should we go see the eye? Can we go see the eye? It's a strange arrangement of rocks resembling the Stonehenge site, but on a smaller scale, arranged with purpose, though what that purpose was remains a mystery. The locals call it the Eye. There's nothing else to see here. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and end the day. The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Backbarrow. Oh. I gotta do the drawing thing. Ooh. Handcuffs. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Escaped prisoner ran northwest. Okay. Escaped prisoner. Maybe from the old jail? Or we've got... No, I think that's it. The old jail. So... Escape prisoner ran northwest. So old jail... northwest. The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing, and the struggling flame of my lantern does little to pierce its depths. I slowly search through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place at all, when suddenly and unexpectedly I uncover something of value. More relieved than elated, I take the trinket back to the shop for further study and a warm drink. Okay. Oh, can you guys hear like the music? Okay, oh, that's a creepy hand. That's a creepy. Put you with the other hands. Yeah. Ah, well, that's just perfect. Hey, Verona! Undermere fizzing with fear over these ravens, and the thaumaturge has left his apprentice in charge. Hey. I did good at the horticulture. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out of the wrong side of bed. These ravens have got under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. Ooh, do I get a book? Okay. Ooh. Hermetic Symbology. Thaumic disciplines. There are 3 branches of thaumaturgy. Each one of these split into 2 disciplines represented by the following symbols. Celestial, diurnal, individual. Imbuements. Okay. Elements. Materials. Mundane elements. Planetary metals. Seasons. Weather. Frost, heat, ice. Oh, those are more weather. So Wicca. And that's it. Are those all the stuff down here? Go away. Yeah. I think those are those. Hey, Em, how are you doing? I wonder if this like says something. Yeah, we're trying out Strange Antiquities. It's hopefully. Oops. What was I looking for? I was looking for this one. Bismuth. Okay, so we got bismuth in the corner, arsenic in this corner, bismuth, arsenic. Is it just a repeating pattern? No. Yes? Yes, it is. It's a repeating pattern. Bismuth, zinc, phosphorus, magnesium, antimony, something. Maybe potassium? No, because potassium's right there. Yeah, I'm doing really good, thank you. So platinum, potassium, bismuth, zinc. Okay, so it repeats. So that one is supposed to be arsenic. So we've got another antimony. So antimony is after magnesium. So magnesium, antimony. So this one goes down here. Yeah, I like it. Okay, cool. But why? I guess I didn't really need the book to figure out the pattern, but eh. Hey, Jupiter. Ding the bell. Tess Sherwood. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horn shackle might be the answer. A horn shackle. Horn shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They can be worn as pendants, but are more commonly totems of some kind. Okay, so we're looking for something with horns. So smoothed out horns? Potentially a pendant. Okay. You don't have horns? Let's look at you. Bone. Hard and somewhat rough. Oh, and that one looks a little jagged. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay. Horns. How about you? I thought at first it was bone, but it is in fact clay painted to look like bone. Okay. Hard and somewhat rough. So again, we got rough horns. Nothing to remark. Sense of foreboding. Ooh, I don't think that's gonna be it. Hey, you got horns. Bronze. Rigid, smooth. Nothing. A strong sense of being watched. I don't think that's gonna be it. And then we've got you little guys up here with horns. Wood. This part feels smooth. It's rough and pitted. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay, the horns have definitely been rubbed. How about you? Clay. Oops. Pointy and textured. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay, I'm gonna go with this little guy with his little horns. Awesome. The item has horns. Vestiger can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their presence. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Are you a Vestiger? I think you're a Vestiger. Anything else? Nope. That is really cool. I guess I should probably... Yeah. Okay, is it this one or is it this one? Is it you? Fine, I'll put you over here. Yep, it's you. Okay. So this is a Vestiger. I don't remember how to spell it. I think that's how you spell it. Let's see. Oh, Vestiger. Vestiger. Wait, was it two S's? Yeah, two S's, A-G-E-R. And this, my friends, is why I have auto labeling turned on. Hey, welcome back, David. At least the weather's looking a little better out there today. Oh, thank you. And Em, I don't know if I responded to you. I'm doing pretty good. I'm super excited to play this. Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm and it's yours, for the right price, of course. And John Royston. Okay. So, Royston Farm. I think I saw that. Yeah, number 30. 30, Royston Farm. John grins as I struggle to hide my obvious interest in the item he shows me. Any hope that he might not be fully aware of its value quickly evaporates, and after a lengthy negotiation, I reluctantly hand over the amount he originally asked for. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I think we're gonna have to separate out the these thingies a little bit more. Maybe we'll do animals and not. Yeah, I miss getting letters in real life too. I think the last one I sent was to a friend of mine who was in the military. Because then you still kind of send them. This one's more of like a pendant. These are kind of like dangly thing. This eye is creeping me out. Really, boo. What's up with you? What's up with you? Actually, you know what? Let's do all the circly things over here. You can come over here. You can go over here. There's not really enough space for them all. I guess this shelf is bigger. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. I really like that glowy blue one. It's pretty. Animal. Vegetable. Mineral. Okay. You can go on the end because you're already done. Okay. Good kitty. Julia, hello. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Princess Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark, on important business, no doubt. I wonder if you can help me. I'm visiting my grandmother later and I want to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town on Clanbrook Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. I thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. A moon heart. There's an index in the back that might be useful to you. Okay. Yeah, because there's no moon heart here. So... Oops, not what I meant to do. Next page. Moon heart. Selenic totem. These carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling, such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. Okay. So a totem. You've got a moon. Gold, warm, engraved detailing, and nothing to remark. Owl's he's kind of got like a little moony thing. Light colored wood, polished, nothing to remark. Overcome by a warm, loving emotion. Oh, that's you, huh? He's so cute. Alright, let me just double check that there's nothing else that... Maybe this? Nothing to remark. Rough and gnarled. Nothing to remark. So this is very unremarkable. There's a moon on it, but I'm gonna go with the owl. Carved totem. Owls associated with the night. Bears a concealed crescent shape. Using the closer inspect tool lets me impart the feelings of joy. Sweet. And we got the Holgan Grim. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection. Wolf Song's truth to seek his judgment. Path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. Okay. The only thing I'm feeling an eerie creation of is this eyeball right here. That's probably not it though. Daisy Winters, a friend of mine, or former friend I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. Oh, I think we're gonna have to make a decision on this one if I remember from the do you have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? I think I remember this from the demo. Yeah, so the binding seed or the Zaya. No wrong answers. My decision will no doubt affect the events in motion outside the shop. Woohoo. Alright, binding seed. What are we doing? Binding seed. These items are made of 2 distinct materials representing the mentic and the wixic of the mind and the body. The winding path, the mind, is described by a spiral encompassing the body, the seed. A binding seed is a form of punishment that amplifies feelings of guilt and shame. Okay. And then the other one we're looking for is the Zia. Okay, the Zia. Worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Zayas are made of any single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. Ooh, what do we do? Okay, so the binding seed helps to amplify guilt. I kind of have a feeling if she's already taken 2 necklaces, she doesn't really have any guilt, so would amplifying it really help? In that case, are we looking to do the Zia? Do we have a Zia? Is this a Zia? Pearlescent, blue glass, and iron. Surprisingly warm iron. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay, I'm guessing that's not it. What's this one? Dark wood, stone. I don't like how this makes me feel. Look at the Zia again. Worn about the neck to place them close to the heart. These innocent looking items made of any single material. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. Made of a single material except wood or clay. So I feel like these all kind of look... What are you? Gemstone. Okay, that's wood, so that's a no. What about you? What about you? Green marble and iron. I wonder if we just don't have that one yet. Tarnished silver. Okay, that's 2 different. Sense of being watched. I think we'll just go with this one because I know that that's one of them. Okay, it's the binding seed. I'm wondering if it's that one. Okay, shield charm. Generic charms of protection have little to offer the skilled thaumaturge, but can have some small effect. An oshadic spirit or a wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. Such charms make use of the art of symbology, an ancient and some would say primitive component of thaumaturgy. They can be made from a variety of materials, though rarely precious metals. Charm protection. What is the symbol of protection? Oh, there we go. Protection. Ooh, okay. That's a symbol of protection. That's a symbol right here. Is this a protection one? Bone and pewter. Which one was that, Jess, that we got? Oh goodness. What was the name of it? Was it a shield charm? Yes. I think maybe that's a shield charm. Question mark? Okay. Emmett Burrows. They found a mound just now in that house where all them ravens were. I wish I hadn't seen, but I did. He was sheet white, but it was his eyes that are going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like he weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedberg, and I'll be taking a Libula to see us safely through. Okay. Libula. What house is he talking about? Can I go there? Libulae are purported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change, but they are not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that a libula is not merely decorative. There is power in symbology, as the old thaumaturges knew well. Okay, so we're looking for something with a wisdom symbol. Wisdom, okay. What do we got? This one? Nothing to remark. I think that's the only one with that symbol on it. Witch's fingers are said to be the severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. They are capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. Is that witch's fingers? Are you witch's fingers? Oops, fingers. Okay. Is there anywhere else we want to go? Should we go to the market square? The market square bustles with life, stallholders call out their wares, and town criers spread the latest gossip to eager ears. Few remember it was once the place for witch burnings and executions. Oh goodness. Okay. Let's see, where else can we go? You know, like, it's not stopping me from going anywhere. So, should we go to the church? The church is a quiet refuge from the bustle of town. The bells toll. Is it that time already? I'd better get back. Okay. want to go more places. Did we go to the pit already? Let's go to the pit. The pit is a scorched black hole, perhaps 5 meters in diameter, that has an unnatural look to it. A rough wooden fence has been erected around it, but it has not been maintained in some time and it is broken and collapsed in places. Nothing grows in a wide circle around the gaping chasm. The earth is brown and lifeless. Okay. One more. Let's go. The Bleak Stones, Galfrey's Tower. So many cool places. Town Hall? Let me go to Town Hall. The Town Hall, a bloated, ineffective institution tangled in its own rules and regulations. For the greater good, we're promised. But nothing ever changes in Undermere. I have no interest in going inside. Okay. Alright. Let's end the day. A deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head where he had sliced himself with the diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. Okay, what are you? Looks like a key. Oh, it's a building. Where's this building? Here, hold that for a second. Where's this building? Is it here? No. Kind of looks like that, but no, not quite right. I mean, it is the only place that I'm seeing that almost looks right. You got that one, that one, that one with that one next to it. So would it be on Princess Street? I mean, it's just like not quite right. But yeah, I think it's the best one I'm seeing. So 1, 2, 3. So this one. And there's a narrow gap between the two houses, and I spy a small wooden chest wedged firmly inside. Slowly, I manage to work it loose, and when it finally comes free, it shoots out onto the hard ground and snaps open, revealing its long-hidden treasures. Ooh, what is that? What are you? You can go over here. You can go up here. That's kind of cool, is it? A glass filled with a blue liquid. Cold. Seems to make the hair stand up on the back of my neck. Okay. Good afternoon. No, morning. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. You have a cut on your face, ma'am. I'm Francesca Robertson, a doctor of sorts. I assume you heard about Mr. Hungerford. It seems to be the talk of the town already. I'm used to dealing with maladies of an occult nature, but black eyes are certainly unusual. I've heard of something like this before, but I don't see how it could be the same thing. Either way, I'm hopeful and evocant will have some effect. Okay, so an evocant or evocant. These stones oh yeah, the man's heart. So 1 pound. A stone that weighs 1 pound. Okay. Give me this over here. Alright, which of you stones weighs a pound? Oops. That's too heavy. How about you? Too light. I don't know that we'd call this a stone. It's gold. Yeah, that's not a stone. How about you? Oh. Stone. Red paint or perhaps blood? Hard and cool. Nothing to remark. Inner perception, nothing to remark. Okay, so this is a good contender. What are you made of? Oh, excuse you, kitty. Did you just... Give that back. Did I already check you? Yeah, you're too heavy. Okay, anything else made of stone? I don't think so. Guess this is gonna be it. Yeah. Identified. Made of stone, weighing exactly 1 pound. Nice. Daedalus Link. The Daedalus Link is a powerful object capable of producing a levitation field. The field is extremely fragile, however, so it would be prudent not to take risks. These items are surprisingly light in weight. Their designs vary, but they might point to some facet of flight. A feather or the wings of a bird or an insect, for example. There was something that I was like, this is very light. Was it the tree? Nope. No, it wasn't the tree. Anyways. Next. Temperance Parker. I had a quiet chat with Edmund Bishop in the Guilty Ram last night. He's always got an interesting story to tell, but last night he was different. I can tell he's worried, which has got me worried too. I know it's not much, but I'd like a shield charm all the same. Ooh, I think we figured out that this is probably it. Yeah, we identified 10 items. Yay, got an achievement. Pendant has a symbol of protection. So we got St. John's Anvil. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name, a fact that is reflected in their designs. Hey Sherlyn, just bought and started playing this around 2 hours ago. Oh yeah, you're on day 5. Yeah, we're on, I think, day 3. So, not quite there yet, but I'm glad you're having fun with it. It's definitely a very atmospheric and super, like, sleuthy. I love it. They have quite different uses, however, whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen sound. They can even be tuned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to still be heard. Oh, cool. Yeah, so if you identify wrong, well, it doesn't tell you if you label it wrong, but if, like, you give it to them and it's wrong, you have this counter over here. I'm assuming it goes up. Your, like, dread counter is what it was in horticulture. And you just don't want it to hit the red. So you get, like, a couple guesses, but... oh, where was she saying? Where was it? Oh goodness, what did she say? Where did she say that they were hanging out? I wanted to go get a drink, but no, well, maybe not. Alright, let's move on. Hugh Langston. There's something I wanted to show you. He's got some piercing blue eyes. I didn't like the look of it, so I left it where I found it. What if it's cursed? It was hanging behind an old shed all overgrown with ivy. Let me draw a quick map for you. There. Okay. Okay. Is that a church of some kind? Oh yeah, you can check the, I don't know if they're gonna show up though. Yeah, only like the important people. I think it was that same way in Strange Horticulture where only some of them will show up. So, I guess it's probably not important if they didn't show up. Okay, let's take this down here and let's find our location. I feel like it's the church. There's trees. Oh, maybe not. There's like a pond and a building. If I'm reading his map right. And there's trees. Maybe I should pay attention to the buildings. There's not a lot of ponds near buildings. Is it this up here? I don't see any trees, so I'm a little confused, but no. There's like a road that goes more than 90 degrees. Kind of like that? No, but there's no trees. That's not right. The water is kind of shaped the same. This one? No. I'm really confused because I don't see anything that's like that same water with... Oh, unless this? No. That's not right at all. Why am I thinking here? No, that can't be it, right? Or maybe... right here? I must have taken a wrong turning. This isn't where I meant to come. Okay. Uh-oh. There we go. We got some ticker. Okay. So not there. I mean, my dude, you didn't draw the map very good. I don't really... Is it this? Where'd it go? could be it. There we go. The shed is actually a wooden summer house that looks out over the pond, but it's clear that it hasn't been used in some time. Thick brambles claw their way up and over one side of the structure, and ivy covers the rest in a mottled green cloak. I find what I'm looking for to the rear. Parts of the ivy have been torn away recently, revealing an amulet hanging from a rusted nail. Something else catches my eye as I reach for it, and I notice that there is another pendant hanging next to it, almost completely hidden by the ivy. 2 more pendants. Ooh, I like. Alright, where do you two go? You're a circle, you go over here. You're not a circle, you come over here. Alright, next. Verona. Hi, Verona. Eli's picked a bad time to leave Undermere. I've come from the Hungerford house where I've been helping Dr. Robertson and looking for any clues about what happened there. Should we go to Hungerford? There wasn't much to go on. I did find a shattered oceanic vessel, but whatever did this was no creeping dark. There was a strange black stain on the flagstone floor that I didn't like the look of. And the ravens. Very unusual, but at least they seem to have dispersed. I don't know what to make of it. I'm going to take a trip to Gleeston Castle to see if Edmund Bishop can shed any light on their behavior. But first, I would like a vestiger, whatever this is. We don't want it spreading. Yes. We already know this is a vestiger. Here you go. There you go. Identified. Okay. Oh goodness. How? I just broke something. I broke it. Okay. Oh. I clicked with the mouse and it did silly. Okay. Hungerford House. Let's go check there. And then also Gleeston Castle. I don't think I can go there. Let's see. There's the Heathwood. Where is Hungerspud? Can I not go there? I guess not. Unless it's just not on the map. Okay. Oh, I kind of want to go to the Museum of History. Let's go there. Number 11. The Museum of History has a quiet grandeur lined with row upon row of trinkets and curiosities. It's not unlike Strange Antiquities in that regard, though I doubt there's much of use to me here. The curator ushers me away. Eli and I have an agreement. You know you're not to take anything from the museum. Oh, okay. Alright, let's end the day. 2 days earlier, the writer and his fellow adventurer were deep underground, exploring the tunnels below the Kirkhead Tower, when they made a discovery. Their elation at their find would soon turn to horror. Okay. No, this is a key. The other one I was like, oh, it's a key. It was not a key. After a disagreement between 2 houses, I was buried behind lock and key. Okay. Disagreement between 2 houses. I was buried behind lock and key. Borrow. Lock house, number 7. Where's 7? 7. Between lock and key. Keystone Manor. Okay. After a disagreement between 2 houses, I was buried behind lock and key. So here. Lock, key. A large flat slab of granite marks the otherwise empty field. It bears an inscription. On the spot in the year 1813, Arthur Key did shoot and kill the beloved horse of a Wellington lock. Buried at the foot of the slab, I find an unlocked chest containing a handful of legal documents, as well as a pistol and another item that catches my attention. Ooh, oh, that's creepy. That's very creepy. I don't like the look of that. I don't like the look of that at all. Go over there. Oh, sorry, Jupiter. Let me get this out of your way. Sorry, buddy. Eli. Welcome back, Eli. Well, the shop is still standing. That's something. Say what you will about Undermere, but this town is never quiet for long. I leave for a few days and suddenly everyone's talking about ravens and curses. I'm going to need to find Verona to get up to speed on what's going on. She went to the castle. At least I didn't come away from Ravenglass empty-handed. I can always rely on Quiet Susan to unearth an interesting trinket or two. Do I get them? Ooh, okay. You're cool. What are you? Gold and green porcelain and pinkish gemstone and feathers. Cold and smooth. Soft. It has a smell like rotten egg. Okay. Alright. Egg. You can go up there. Let's bring the plant back down here. And I kind of... How do we get in here? How do we get in there? There's like 2 little holes. Are there any more buttons I can push? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Edith Moore. I am not a good person. I'm pushing away the only people I care about. Oh, she's got the necklace! Help me do better, please. I have to change, but I don't know how. What do you have that can help me banish my inner demons and make the changes stick this time? Oh my gosh, it might have worked. So we gave this necklace to, I forgot her name, but she was saying her roommate kept taking her necklaces. Yeah, she definitely took it. Okay. Banish your inner demons. Let's see. Moonstone Guardian? Banishment of Hobbs here north. Comforting Guardian. Probably not. Demon. Horn Shackle? Change in one's life. Overcome personal demons. Rub between the fingers. Okay. So, does she want that? Do you want a Horn Shackle? Okay. Go and stop stealing. Be free, my friend. I really want to know what this is. Flowers. It's got 3 and 1. Do we have anything that's that shape? 3 and 1. No, everything's pretty symmetrical. Okay, I'll put you away for now. I'll be back for you later. Francesca Robertson. The ovocant didn't snap Mr. Hungerford out of it, unfortunately. It's strange. At times he appears almost awake, but he's deep in some kind of trance, and I can't get anything out of him. He seems to be searching for something. I'm beginning to suspect this is beyond my skill set, but I'm not willing to give up so easily. I know it's a bad idea, but I'm going to need a sleep vessel to get me through this week. Oh, sleep vessel, huh? Sleep vessel. The 6 points of a sleep vessel are said to represent the 6 thaumatic disciplines: Selenic, Dradic, Noctic, Diurnic, Wixic, and Mentic. They help people to stay awake beyond any natural limits by storing their fatigue. Over time and repeated use, they become more and more difficult to handle, as though the undreamed nightmares within are beginning to seep out. 6 points of a vessel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe this. Do you have 6 points somewhere? No, that one just smelled like egg. Okay, anything else with 6 points? Alright, let's take a look at these. Bronze. Sense of crackling energy flickers in the depths of my mind. Maybe? Okay, what is that symbol? Insanity. And wait a second, is that deception? No, that is insanity though, right? Yeah, that's insanity and protection. I don't think that's what we're looking for. What do you have on you? Leaves a mark on my fingertips. Don't know. It has an energy about it. Ooh, okay. What is that symbol? Foresight? Let's see if I can see it from here. No, really can't. Oops. And that is all. I kind of feel like it's this. This is kind of a vessel. Thematic discipline, stay awake. More and more difficult to handle. We're gonna try it. Oh, no, not that. Oh goodness. That was really bad. Maybe this one? Nope. Okay. Alright. Uh-oh. Just gonna put those away. Alright, what else has 6 points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing to remark. Weathered. What about you? Bronze and iron. Somewhat painful. There's a darkness to it. It's a bit holds untold fears inside. Okay. Okay. Iron. Yeah, that's only got 5. 6 point. What are the discipline symbols? This only has 5 points, right? Yeah. My heart feels lighter. More than 6. What is this? Slight out-of-body feeling. Is it something we don't have yet? Can I get in here? Katie, would you tell me where to get in? Okay. Should we go to the hospital? Peeling paint in hollow corridors hum with echoes of hushed voices. The stench of death clings to the stale air. Turning my stomach, I have no desire to linger. Okay. Well, shoot. This is the only other thing with 6 points. Or is it? I guess we'll try it. Nope. That wasn't the item I'm looking for. I should slow down and think more carefully. Yes. A deep fear has taken root. I must break the hold over me. I was kind of hoping I get to play this at one point. So this is what happens when you mess up. So click a segment of the seal and bank the dice to break it. So then this one. Okay. Oh. Well, can you roll a snake, please? That would be great. There we go. Sanity restored. Win the dice game. Nice. Oh, you're still here. Okay. You need to be kept awake. This does have 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Oh. This. Okay. Yeah, because it's got the fears, the dreams. Okay. And I think you stab yourself with that long one, right? That's gotta be it. There we go. Alright. 6 points. Darkness inside, yeah. A resonance compass. A resonance compass will point towards nearby resonant objects. The only objects that can be detected in this way. Resonant objects are highly prized both by thaumaturges and those who collect occult curiosities. Okay. Oh, you got feline priorities. Pet Jupiter 30 times. Nice. Althea O'Shea. Many years ago, I owned a silent breath, but it was already old when I inherited it, and its power died soon after. It's about time I replaced it. Silent breath. There are those that consider the white heart a prize to be claimed, but there is no glory to be had from killing such a noble guardian of the forest. A silent breath contains a small token taken from a living white stag. While the stag lives, the item will retain its power, allowing the bearer to sense danger before it arrives. Oh. Okay. White heart, a prize to be claimed. Okay, so no killing, small token from a living white stag. Okay. Small token. What's inside? A white hair. This has got to be it. This has to be it, right? This is totally it. Nice. Elva stone. Elva stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as Braxis or burning blood. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Okay. Next. Rufus Shelley. I've always wanted to try a Daedalus Link. I have a personal interest in the Celestial branch, so I'm not completely new to such things, nor am I ignorant of the risks. And now I have a good reason for it. I need to take care of some roof repairs, and this would seem the safest way to approach it. Okay, Daedalus Link. Daedalus Link is a powerful object capable of producing a levitation field. Oh my gosh, could you imagine if this was like something we could have? The field is extremely fragile, however, so it would be prudent not to take risks. These items are surprisingly light in weight, their designs vary, but they might point to some facet of flight, a feather or the wings of a bird or insect, for example. Okay. So, surprisingly light in weight. Designs vary, but they point to some facet of flight. Okay, where's my scale? Lightweight flight. You're very light. Are they all pretty light like that, though? Oops. You're heavier. Let's see. What you? Pretty light. You are levitating yourself. You've got feathers. You're heavy. Very, very heavy. Kind of got leaves. No. Okay, so kind of thinking between this one and this one. Although this one doesn't have to do with flight, so let's go with this one. Nice. Bird motif is a connection to flight. Using my weigh scales, I can confirm that it is very lightweight. Sisic Purifier. A small topaz gemstone known as the Eye is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens such as rings or amulets perhaps submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there's a limit to the effectiveness of this process. Okay. Edmund Bishop. The ravens are back, I see. Looks like it's going to be worse this time. After speaking to Verona, I've come to extend an open invitation to visit Gleeston Castle. My family has lived there for generations, and I know there are artifacts that would be of use to you in gathering dust in hidden corners. All I ask is that you stay out of the South Tower and the master bedroom. So go into the South Tower and master bedroom, got it. And run anything you find by me first, of course. Okay. So this is... here's something to get you started. Walk past the main staircase and turn left. Follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door to the left. Small plinth in the corner of the room with an item. Hey, Kelpie! I never did like it anyway, Edmund. Okay. Oh, so this is like a new map. A new map. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Alright. Walk past the main staircase. It's really good so far. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna lower my desk real quick. Alright, back. Yeah, I'm actually having a little bit harder with the identification than I was with the plants, because some of the descriptions are kind of vague. I mean, they're good, but like, I'm just like, I don't know, what is that? Alright, so walk past the main staircase, which is the ground hallway, main staircase. Turn left. Follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door on the left. There's a small plinth in the corner of that room. So I should not have come here. Oh, okay. Whoops. Let's try again. Is that not the... Oh, is this the main stairs? Okay, so this is the ground floor. I'm super confused. Is there something that says main hallway? Or, I'm sorry, main staircase? The grand hallway. Follow that corridor down to the end, like all the way down here, and take a left. Okay. The plinth is not hard to spot in the corner of the room, next to a small writing desk. A glass jar houses the object mentioned in Edmund's note. As I gather the item and turn to leave, my eye is drawn to a green book on the desk. The author's name is of particular interest. I picked it up to find Edmund on my way out, who encourages me to take it with me. I try to insist on paying for it at least, but he won't entertain the idea. Yeah, it is a little bit more challenging. I'm liking it though. Alright, so we got the item and gemstones. Ooh. By Eli White. Hey! Our boy Eli. Oh. Okay. Okay. So, this thing right here has some of those gems in it. Dark green and black. Onyx. Yeah, no problem, Kelpie. Hope you're able to get some sleep. Alright, let's put our book down here. And put the map down here. Archive view. And you can go up here. You know, I really do need to move the stuff that's already been identified. So we'll put you over here. Nope, not you. The Awestruck ring. Shadow hold. Selenic. You guys can come down here. I feel like there's not quite as much space in here either. There. Okay, let's end the day. At the end of a long passageway after days spent clearing away dangerous rockfalls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it they found a small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. Oh my gosh. Reading is hard. Oop. That's a building. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Cherlin, are you still here? Is this the one you're talking about? My first thought was that it was like a building. But I wonder, this design kind of looks familiar. Maybe not. Is it you? No, it's not you. Okay, it looks like the compass is pointing a little bit off center. So that means this is going to be turned a little bit. So do we see this building just tilted ever so slightly? Almost at like a 45? Almost looks like that, but not quite. I mean, maybe it is that. I must have taken a wrong turning. This isn't where I meant to come. Okay. But it doesn't do too much bad, so we go again. Okay. Use the buttons on the... Oh, it's changed the map, yeah. Oh. It could very well be here. Is that you? It's you. A portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absentmindedly opening drawers. Oh my gosh. Reading all of a sudden is a challenge. Okay. A portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absentmindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I am about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I like that item. Alright, you can come up here with the other moons. So let's, pinkish gemstone made of stone. Cold, warm, colds. And nothing to remark. Okay. Don't want you to get scared by the bell. David Schaefer. Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those darn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I have to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. Okay. The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center point and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there's a certain energy about it, not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look for yourself. Thomas Pope and Hamish. Okay. Pine trees in a triangle. Okay. Is that pine trees in a triangle? Oh, Heathwood. I'm gonna go with that one. Sure enough, as I approach the center of the curious triangular copse at the hearth of Heathwood, I come across a clearing, a tree that has been split in two strands. Hey Nazwana, game's going really good. It's definitely a little bit more challenging than Strange Horticulture, but I'm liking it. I come across the clearing. A tree has been split in two stands. A tree that has been split in two stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through, and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately, I am struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there is something unusual here at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants arranged in a triangle shape. Ooh. 3 pendants. Oh, those are kind of creepy. Okay, circle over here. Not circle over here. There we go. Good kitty. Gus Foley. It has been many years since I performed the rite of the red knives, but I can still remember every step. I'd do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an Orford spire. I tried that place in Arnside and they sent me here. Okay, Orford spire. During the rite of the red knives, an Orford spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although perhaps not for the goat. Okay, there's little things sticking out. We got this thing covered in blood. I think it's this. I think that's the only thing we've got that's covered in blood. Nice. Two of the points of the item are visible in the sketch. Closer inspection reveals dried blood, suggesting the item has been submerged in blood. Indeed. Amphibian Talon. The League of the Amphibian Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it is said that they worship the ancient nameless god, communicating with them via the broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days, 7 sevens, after which the scar will forever mark them. Okay. Hey, welcome back, Eli. I need to go away for a few days again. Of course you do. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. The only problem is, I burned that bridge long ago. What'd you do? Could you hand me that Guise of Lillian? It won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me. Guise of Lillian. These items can allow the bearer to pass unrecognized. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. The remains of bygone creatures have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bones to trilobites, ammonites, and devil's toenails. A Guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of this ancient source of power. Okay. Remains of bygone creatures. This appears to be a fossilized creature of some sort. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that. Wait, let's check the inner perceptions. I notice a slight out-of-body feeling. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go on a limb and say this is it. Boom. Alright. Ammonite fossil embedded in it, and we get out-of-body feeling. Tenebrand Cloak. Upon activation, a Tenebrand Cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. Stone set in bronze. Do we have that yet? Maybe this? Yeah, that's bronze. That's a stone. What was that called? I don't remember. Anyways. Rebecca Rose. Hello. Oh, is that a cat? My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of a loss. I know that I will never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. Aries Remnant or Spirit Eye. Okay, Spirit Eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into the world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps? A layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Okay, what was the other one? Aries Remnant. These objects induce a form of synesthesia where colors and tones, light and shadow can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions such as miners. The gemstones in an Aries remnant are arranged in the shape of the constellation that shares its name. Okay, so gemstones in a line like this. This is pretty. Okay, and I think the spirit eye is... Which one was that? I remember thinking, oh, we've looked at that one before. Opposing symbols inscribed on them. This one. Because well, I don't know if they're opposing. Well, anyways, we're just gonna go with this one. Aries Remnant. And we got the Scythian Charm. Carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. They are used by horticulturalists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch when it's raining. Oh, cool. Is that like this up here? Will you grow my plant? Clarence Hawker. Those ravens have done for 3 more poor buggers. Wait, what? 2 of them up at Calgarth and another fellow a fisherman? People are getting a bit panicky around here. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. Oh no. So 2 more? And now this fog too? With the nights drawing in and me working late, I refuse to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. A sun bond. Okay. A sun bond is small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly and made of a non-precious metal of some kind housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. Okay, I'm gonna guess it's you. Blue glass with iron. Oops. Yeah, I think it's you. Nope. Oh goodness. Huh. Okay. Let's try again. Small and lightweight, non-precious metal, gemstone of light. Green marble and iron. Do we have anything that's light piercing? Or like darkness piercing? Do I have a dark space that I could put something? Ooh, sounds are muffled in his presence. This is that that one where you can muffle sounds. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Small and lightweight, discreetly carried. Non-precious metal, gemstone of light. I think it might be this one. Although I don't like that it's warm. It seems odd. I guess we can see if it's lightweight. It's pretty lightweight. It's a non-precious metal. How heavy are you? You're heavier. What are you made out of? Bronze. Is there a symbol that's light? Light. Okay. That symbol. Do we see that anywhere? And that's the light symbol, isn't it? I don't see a gemstone though. This is just tin. Oh, I never looked at you, did I? Iron, black gemstone. Cool. Every sound has become both louder and clearer. Okay, that's really cute. I love that it's a bat and doing that. Okay, so it's not that one, but that's cute. Okay, that's a precious metal. Gold and silver, yeah, nope. Alright, I think we're gonna try this one. Okay, oh, thank goodness. Yeah, it's strangely warm. Okay. We got the Cyrene Ward, made from basilisk scales, a material known to endure intense heat. These unusual objects can permit the bearer to withstand fire and flame and remain unharmed. They do not, however, offer protection against the deadly basilisk itself. Okay. Alright. You here. Audrey Bell, bend your ear to the trees. Hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I will need a Holgan Grim in the coming days. Holgan Grim. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holger in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment, path of the warrior to help the dead find the way. Okay, so we're looking for protection and truth. Eerie creations worn by priests. They've got something on their head. Is it this? Sense of foreboding. Protection, wisdom, truth. Do we see those symbols anywhere? Not that. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's that one. Okay. A mask is an eerie item that can be worn. Sketch shows a priest wearing the mask with her back to us. Using this index, we can find a sketch of Holger, to whom the mask bears a striking resemblance. Oh, okay. And it's got the Stone of Death. Oh. I guess I should start looking at the stones. I totally forgot we had that book. Lead hard, these items depict the god Cernunnos in his non-human form. They are heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. They are said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as wedding gifts. Okay. Here, we're gonna put you over here and put you over here. Okay. That was kind of a dicey day. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard. A small black casket, a very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Okay. Stairs. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Okay. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Up the stairs, left, or second on the right is where I spend each night. Left. And up the stairs. How do you go left from there? Maybe it's different stairs? Up the stairs. Left. Nope, that's not. Second on the right. Are we going here? Alright. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. Ooh, that's creepy. That's very creepy. Go there with the other hands. Helena Appleton. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find the time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides, I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. I heard you might be able to help me. Oh yeah, we found that a second ago. St. John's Anvil. They have quite a different uses. The plants help overcome deafness, and anvil will dampen out sound. They can even be turned to filter out certain noises. Or tuned. Okay. Which one was that? Is that this one? No. There's something where like we picked it up and it's like the sound is dampened. Oh wait, why am I looking at this one? Oh goodness. Sounds are muffled. There we go. It is that one. There you go. Okay. Gray's Grace, worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy. They share the design of a shadow catcher. Barton Potter. You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elvastone, if you have one. An Elvastone. Elvastones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as Braxis or burning blood. Planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Okay. Selenic. Selenic of the moon. Okay. So, looking for something moon-like. Ethereal quality to it. Probably not that. I don't know why I'm leaning towards this one. Elva Stone. Unless it's this one. Yeah, because everything else is not really a stone. Planetary metal. What is that symbol? I don't know what the symbol is, but what is this again? Silver, stone. Is it this one? Alright, it's one of these two, I'm thinking. Guess let's go with this one first. Oh, okay. Crescent moons and the metal silver associated with the moon. Okay. And we got a new item for that. Nice. Put that up here. You can come down here. Oh. Explorer, you need to move. How am I supposed to put things down there? I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Ambra. These items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They are slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply disoriented. They produce a noctic field. Okay. That fisherman they found yesterday has been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find out anything there. Wyatt Beck. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else. But here we are, and here I am. She said she's going to Wyatt Beck. They do it all wrong anyway. You tell them, Brona. Alright, do we have a Wyatt Beck that we can go to? Why are you going to places that I cannot follow? I want to go with you. Alright. So, a thalamic lens. I don't know that we have one yet. Yeah, I don't think we have it yet. Okay. Francis Mason. I have been wearing a pendant that I found in the library and it does something to me. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. Oh goodness. It is rather pretty though. Someone told me I need a Cusick purifier and that this is the place to get one. Okay. She would fit in Buxtonbury, although I give them coffee at least. Sounds like she didn't get anything. A small topaz gemstone known as the Eye is placed in a strong smelling liquid, usually some potent barley, spirit or vinegar. Small tokens such as rings or amulets submerged in liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon are cleansed. Of course, there's a limit to the effectiveness of this process. Okay. Small topaz gemstone known as the Eye. Well, this is the only thing that we have that's like... What is this? That's been there for a while. Ooh, there might be a gemstone in it. Strong odor, and when I shake it, it rattles. Nothing to remark. Okay. Huh. Where's that symbol? Vinegar. Ah, it's vinegar. You guys are tricksy. Here's your Cusick purifier. Nice. That's hilarious. It's just a bottle of vinegar with a gemstone in it. There you go. A valent. The holes in a valent are of roughly equal size and spacing. They are used by the adventurous to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. What? Excuse me? Like this? Is this a valent? Anyways. Simone Green. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of a breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? I have learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. Okay. Alcove key. Horn shackle, evocant, and then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. Okay. Horn shackle, evocant, and then a moon something. Horn shackle. Yes. The horn shackle. Although, I wonder if we need to put it on this one. Evocant. The stone that was light. Was that also over here? No. Put that one over. Wait, was it? No. We can go over here. Evocant. And then moon something. Moonstone Guardian. For the banishment of Homsphere and Noctic Sight, these tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Thank you. Comforting guardian. Maybe it's a different moon something. Moon heart, Selenic totem. And there we go. Uh-oh. Oh. We get more of these. Sweet. Actually, let's put you here. Anything else? Okay. Oh, and it just magically moved my stuff back. Nice. Okay, so we know this is a pattern. So after this one comes this one. And then after this one comes this one. So we've got one more left we gotta find. It's that one. Oh. Is it like hiding somewhere? It wouldn't be, right? It'd be hiding on me. Okay. What's this? Nothing. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Jim Wolf. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried St. John's poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I think our little owl or bat can help you. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. Hearing charm. Pretty sure it's the bat, but we'll see. A simple trinket that amplifies sounds. While generally used by the hard of hearing, they are a curiosity that can be enjoyed by young and old alike. And of course, they have more dubious applications too, making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversations. Hearing charms take the form of animals known for their hearing. A little bat. Every sound has become louder and clearer. Yep. Veiled Fen is bright colored in the light, but it clouds over after a short period in total darkness. They can be used to command attention from individuals or small groups of people. Public speakers sometimes use them as a substitute for charisma. Alrighty. Alright, it looks like we only have one person that we've yet to meet for like the actual story. At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing two things at the same time. One, a part of his mind was not his own, and two, the casket wanted to be opened. What is this? Oh, somebody's pointing. Okay. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. The maiden in the tower. The maiden in the tower. Hardwick Tower? Yeah. Galfrey's Tower? 22. The maiden in the tower points the way. Does she kind of look like the hair and like she's pointing to here? This was a mistake. Okay. points the way. Alright, where else would there be a tower? Or is it here? So we already tried here. So potentially here, maybe here. The maiden in the tower points the way. I swear it looks like her finger is pointing here. Unless it's here? The Merry Bell. Yeah, so this looks like it has trees here, here, here. I don't think this has trees. This is trees, this is trees. And then over here. We've already been here. What is number 20? 20 is the pit, not a tower. The maiden in the tower points the way. So, like, my thought was that this is Galfrey's tower. This kind of looks like her hair. And so, like, that would be her arm and with her finger. And she's kind of pointing this way. So that's why I guess this place first. But it was not right. Is it like way over here? And buried among the trees. Yeah, I can't unsee this being the hair and this being her arm and pointing. No, wasting my time there. Okay. Yes, yes. The maiden of the tower points the way. Oh, maybe Redmond. That's a good point. Thank you. I climb the narrow, winding stair to the top of the tower and am rewarded with views across Lake Undermere. I am not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, the Maiden. Her outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. Okay. So, yeah, thank you. Due east. So, here? Mossy wood? Alright. I find what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into a sturdy oak tree. I look around, half expecting to see somebody, but there is nobody there. I take my prize and leave, feeling my mood lifted by the smell of damp moss and the gentle rush of wind through the treetops. Okay. Whoa. That's quite the hatch you got there. Alright. So you know what? Let's move you here and you here. There we go. Alright, it is getting a little bit late, so it's probably going to be the last day I do. I walked up the beck a mile or so in the cold and wet yesterday and found a section with a handful of dead fish floating in it, belly up and blackened they were. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. I'm on my way to Calgarth Hall now. I spoke to Dr. Robertson earlier, and she said the 2 women they found there are still in the same state as the others, in a trance and eyes all black. Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about. Second from the left in the row of 4. I found myself outside its door 3 days ago, and I went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It always had an ominous feel to it. It has taken me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. Yours in faith, Anna Bryant. You want me to go out there after it scared you? Okay. Explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. Take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island. Northern tip, okay. And row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about. Second from the left in the row of 4. Guessing here. So here. I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find. Anna's letter was quite vague after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove of the house, peering out through loose mortar and crumbling brick, is a macabre shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above the opening, its antlers smeared with a dark red substance, and large melted candles pool out onto the wooden floor on either side. In the center of the altar, there's a small iron chest rusted and fused to the floor. It's clear that it has been here for a long time. I do not see any hinge or keyhole or any way of opening it at all. But after a while, I notice an inscription that says simply, "I open to the voice." Oh. You open to the voice, huh? Voice of Serenus? Do we try that? I think I put it on the other side. The chest opens to reveal a golden totem. I can't imagine who would have stashed it here or why, but it doesn't look like they're coming back for it anytime soon. Sweet. Oh, kitty. Hey, kitty. Kitty. Hey, oh, he won't replace you. Don't worry, Jupiter. You're my favorite. Let's put him right up here. Good kitty. He got a little jealous. Cat for the cat, right? Here, I'm actually going to move the cat down here. I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition to your disposition. It is not my intention to bring to your attention a matter of contention. Can you not do that, Lester? Please. I have an inclination to perform an incantation of flirtation. Oh, goodness. For your part, a leaden heart of the thaumic art. Oh my gosh. Lester Crowley. Yeah, they certainly did. I was not having fun trying to say that, though. It felt like a tongue twister that, like, wasn't quite, you know? These items depict the god Cernunnos. Oh my gosh, yeah. Speaking is getting very hard, so it's definitely soon to end. Cernunnos, in his non-human form, they are heavier than they look due to a core of lead. They are said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as wedding gifts. Okay. Non-human form. The eye. Ancient artifacts and creatures. So the voice is that. We've got a snake. So this is his human form? We're looking for his non-human form. Okay. Well, let's pull out the old scale. Scalery doodah. 2 pounds. Are you? You might be it. I think this might be it. How about you? Yeah. I'm thinking this is it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we found you. We found you, buddy. So he's like a deer. Let's see. Clay. Textured and pointy. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay. Pretty sure it's you. Yeah. Corvin's Might, sometimes called an eagle's gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wic's power. When the warrior queen Corvin was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of battle, and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. Okay. Angus. Oh, you're not Eli. I'm returning an item he asked me to repair. The mechanism was mangled, but I've replaced all the springs and given it a clean. Oh, please be the lock over here. Okay. I know where you go. I know where you go. Tra la 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 la. I know where you go. Go in there. What? Excuse me. Interesting. I'm pretty sure that's where you go, but you need something else? Cat purrs are the best. Eli, it wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long, but I'm afraid that I am going to need to rely on you for a little longer. The Order the Black Veil seemed more concerned by the Ravens than the black-eyed state that Mr. Hungerford was found in. They said that it would take a very powerful force indeed to upset them like that. Unfortunately, they either weren't able or weren't willing to talk any further on the subject. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford and the Bodleian Library. I'll be gone for a few days at least, perhaps longer, but you seem to be handling yourself well here. Yes, I wasn't playing with anything. I do not see eye to eye with the head of collections at the Bodleian, but I do know that he takes an interest in horticulture. Oh, do you want to plant? I will take him a Scythian charm to smooth things over between us. Oh gosh, that's one that I was like, I don't know. Scythian charm. Older Scythian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. They are used by horticulturalists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it's raining. Okay. Is it raining? It's raining. Okay. Warm and tingly to the touch. Okay, you are already spoken for. What are you? Hard and cool. Reminds me of the forest. Okay. And you, rough and gnarled. Warm, hard and cool. I feel a pulsating power like a beating heart. What? Stone. It vibrates with energy. So not that. Okay, this was warm. This was had a piece that was warm. How about you? Cool and smooth. Crackling energy. No. Okay, and you're cold. Yeah, not you. Cold, warm. Yeah, this was warm before, so that really doesn't tell us much. Warm. You're warm. What do the blue gemstones do? Okay, what are those gemstones? Oops. Stone of water, possibly? Unless it's body and mind. I think it might be the kyanite. Okay. Planetary metals. Warm and tingly to the touch while it's raining. Okay, no, it's this one. Warm and vibrating with energy. Yes, it's got to be that one, right? Okay. Diverging hook. A way to carve thoughts from the mind of another. If done with skill, the third party may have no realization that the thought was ever there at all, but it is all too easy to leave a mind in disarray, even when approached with care. The unanchored thoughts are easy to lose track of. They have a single gemstone from each of the 3 thalmic branches. Okay, 3 gemstones, like this one? Probably. Maybe, probably, perhaps. Stick these back. Francesca Robertson, welcome back. I'm at a loss with these patients. They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything in literature that fits their symptoms. I'm finding that they become violent if they aren't restrained, and they are always trying to leave. Follow them. If nothing else, a Dranthium tea from a restful mether might get a moment of lucidity out of them. But if you got any ideas, then I'm all ears. Ooh, witch's finger. Okay. Restful mether. Thaumaturges link to the inner mind. A hot tea made from the Dranthium plant is drunk from them, taking on different properties depending on the type of mether. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. Or the witch's finger. Said to be severed digits of the witch of Undermere, capable of inflicting intense pain, supposedly purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. Oh, okay. So one of these is probably the restful mether. Nothing to remark. Hard and rough. Wood. Oak, if you're not mistaken. Sharp aroma. Sharp aroma. Wood. Dark purple gemstone. Okay, what are the purple gemstones? Calming stone of peace and safety. Or a stone of containment? Which ones are you? So this one has the handles that makes it look like this one. I guess they all kind of do. Guess what is the symbol on here? Is it of the mind? Okay, I think we're gonna try... Do we just go for witch's fingers? We'll try this one. Nope, not that one. This one? Okay. Beautiful gems. Yeah, the Iolite gemstone, stones of peace. Okay. Bones Guard. A small item known as a Bones Guard can be placed in any liquid to render it safe to drink. King Cedric the Meek was well known to be terrified of being poisoned, and so always drank from the same goblet and always placed a Bones Guard inside. He was stabbed to death in 1203. These objects bear the mark of the antidote. Okay. Rebecca Rose. I've come to thank you for sharing the wonder of the Aries remnant with me. It has changed my life. I'm still getting to grips with it, but already I'm feeling my way back to painting again. Thank you. Oh, good. I'm glad she enjoyed that. Okay. So that is going to be it. Ended up on day 7. So full week as the Thaumaturge apprentice at Strange Antiquities. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. I will be continuing this a little bit tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get a little bit further. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Definitely a little bit more books to look at and more things to remember than Strange Horticulture, but I'm having fun. I hope you are too. So, again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.